chasing our hearts till we end up falling. Young and alive, we were runaways in a wasted summer. Chemicals in a foreign car. We took a moment, made it last forever. We found love laying under the stars, made in July in a wasted summer.
Dang, what up? I was just waiting to give out 5K to whoever showed up first. You know what I mean? No need for a pack. You just got 5K, man. You got 5 packs. What up? My hair is getting long. It's like a swoosh of whipped cream on top of ice cream or something. I don't know what's going on. What up? Thank you. I didn't see it. Well, now you know.
Dang, son.
Dude, can you see my burnt forehead a little bit? Holy Lord. I had to put on some. Lauren has some like fancy moisturizer that some like parent gave to her of one of her kids as like a gift. One of her yeah, she's a counselor. And she like loves to swears, but I said, oh my God, we took the kids yesterday to since she was I guess like voting stuff, right? So she was off, the kids were off. Baker's off anyway on Tuesdays. So they took him the mini kickers in the morning, and then I went outside. So our trash guy came and took out the trash, or picked up our trash, and then left my trash can in the dead middle of the street. I was like, sir? I watched him like lift it, toss it in, and then just right in the middle of the street. I'm like, cool, thanks. So I went outside. Dude, it was so cold, like actually chilly out. Wild, man, especially for this time of the year. And now it's just chilly and rainy out. It's kind of chilling for the moment, but I went to get bacon. It was raining a bit sideways. So yeah, so anyway, so then I texted Laura. I was like, dude, when you guys get back, let's go somewhere. So there's like a big castle playground, like at like 45 minutes from us, and so we drove up towards there, in an area called Doylestown, the place where her aunt lives, and so we took the kids to the castle playground, and like we were there for like 2.5 hours. Actually, we were just chilling. Like, it was nice, and it was beautiful out, and it was super windy, so it's like you feel better. And then I'm like, man, it's like a little warm. So I actually went to walk back to the porta potties by the car and pee, and I grabbed, because we have like the fold out, whatever you want to call those things, like sports chair thingies for like, you know, sidelines or whatever. We have those in for soccer, so I went and grabbed those and came back, and we still just like sat in the sun. Like, now keep in mind, like there was a tree like 10 feet to my left, but I didn't feel like getting up and like moving it that far. I don't know why. Holy Lord. Get back, my entire face was like beet red. Like, whoa, didn't realize you got so much. So ended up putting like a bunch of her moisturizer on yesterday, and like I feel better. It looks more like I just got like sun today, but whoo, inner thighs a little red too. I had like my shorty shorts on, chilling yesterday. But yesterday was fun, man. Took the kids there. We did like 2.5 hours on the playground. Then we bopped into town and got lunch. Sat outside a little bit more. And, dude, needed like a breaker on the whole time. Like, it was that chilly when the wind blew. Even sitting outside, like, the kids were getting cold. But delish, man. Very good lunch we had yesterday. Nice little family day. So I got a bunch of work done early. Bunch of stuff set up for the week early. And then we went out and, God, we didn't even make it home till, like, probably, like, almost 5 o'clock yesterday. 4:30, 5 o'clock by the time we ate and came back. So, pretty much all day. It was good. And then Lars back to work today. Baker had like, dude, already. Oh, today was like his last full day of school for the year, because they finish early. They're like, you know, they're like Ander and those clowns. All the college clowns who are already done. Although, what is it? Today's the 21st. They've been done for like 2 weeks. And so I got him off to school today. Just picked him up in the rain back, and it's like all he has left is. Dude, nobody tells me. I keep forgetting. Monday is Memorial Day. Oops. Yeah. Oops. Completely forgot. Like, didn't even realize that was coming up. So Monday is going to be a back-to-back-to-backer. Lauren's like, yeah, you're not streaming. Oh, okay. So like, we're going to stream, but it's going to be like a non-live live stream. So that's going to be Monday. All right. But yeah, I never realized this stuff's coming, like, ever. All of a sudden, she's just like off. I'm like, what? It's like national holiday, bro. What are you doing? So, oops. My bad there. So, anyway. So yeah, was looking at the week. getting ahead on some work. We're going away this weekend, so I got to get some stuff done early, which is got to get moving and grooving on that. We are gonna have the typical Saturday. We're gonna have the Sunday tournament style stuff that you guys are used to. So we'll go over that here in a bit. And then Monday is going to be the back-to-back-to-back. So I'll probably be live anyway, just to bop on and say hey. And then we'll leave the games up and yeah, man, get those July 4th card designs ready. Nope. You have rookies. That's it. That's it. Did we do that the one year? Did I re-release, open up? I think the first year we opened up Independence cards again for that, but we didn't have rookies or anything else going on, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So, anyway, what else are we gonna do? So today we'll go through the stuff for the week real quick. We'll do some giveaways. We'll show off the new update. So there's a couple new things. So we'll talk about that here in a bit. And what else? What was the last thing? I guess we'll do some giveaways. I don't know how long I'm going to stay up. I was able to at least get stuff filled out so I can start getting on everything. I do want to show you what I got for the weekend. So that'll be cool for... What do we got? Sunday. Yeah, because Sundays is a tournament. So I'm going back to the well. I've not done well in these tournaments recently, so I'm sure you can guess what that means. Tush pushes for all. What up? What up, Dots? So yeah, man, let's just check out what we got going on. Excuse me. Whoops. Let's start with what we got going on for the week this week. So usual stuff. Thursday we got the Unlimited. Thursday game is Dallas Giants. So, funny one, I realized I don't ever work on Dak because he's a clown. You know, what's the point? Could you imagine? I have to pull a super unlimited Dak, which I don't want anyway, but that's the only way I'm going to get a super because, I have his whiteout unlimited. I don't know. I guess when he gets an insert, I'll work on it, but my best Dak is a Halloween legendary from this past year with purple, so... We do. And then as far as Jameis goes, I have a legendary, but I don't really have much. Do I have gear? I guess I probably never really had any Daniel Jones gear. Who does? So, yeah, kind of tough there. Other than that, the rest of it is decent. We got a Pickens Day, Neighbors, Sudo. We got some tight ends at least do a little bit of work. And some nice... We got some nice running backs as well. So, the usual stuff, man. Jared, let me get your Sunday ×3 in your best monster truck voice.
Sunday!
Like that? Is that what you meant? One of those, right? All right, so that's Thursday. The usual stuff, man. I saw Fear asking what time Thursday starts. Lol. Kid's only been here for years and years and years. And it's always about the same, it seems, but... I mean, listen, we can all look at the schedule up here, but I guess that's difficult. So there you go. Immaculate. Exactly. All right, man. Friday. What do we got set of games Friday? Baltimore, Carolina, Vegas, Arizona, and Minnesota, Green Bay. Weird one, man. I was saying this to Cole. So I started setting lineups and looking at stuff. I'm like, what? I like to try to balance it out as far as I try not to put it if it was instead of or maybe instead of the Baltimore game, if it was Kansas City, Pittsburgh or something, it's then everyone's going to play I try to balance it out a little bit. I try to think through and make it so that it's a little more difficult to make it there's at least options at each slot. I don't just really toss them in and just kind of go with it. We look at how many teams have played throughout the week or throughout the season so far, or at least this run of the season. So we're trying to keep that all very even. What do I have? I have the live schedule so far. So the only ones we're missing was San Fran has not played yet. Sorry, Sam, but they were going to play, I think, who do they play? The Rams this week, maybe? San Fran. Yeah, I didn't want LA to already play their third game live, and they just played this past week. So I didn't put them in, but you're almost guaranteed to get San Fran next week, and maybe even back-to-back weeks. We shall see. So get ready to rip Purdy very, very soon. So Friday we'll be here live, 3 p.m. Eastern start to the stream, 3:20 start to the games. We have the blackout, usual stuff. Whiteout on Friday is 3:50. I was actually thinking, so this is why I asked John, right? Like when we set this stuff up, like why, like I don't know, it just seemed like why I type this stuff in. It should just be like I type in the rating and I should type in like the minimum percentage, max percentage, because like then I could just change this all the time. But also what I kind of want to do is just to kind of switch it up. I was actually thinking we do 4% min, 20% max. It would be cool to do like Friday, maybe do it like 30% max, 10% min or something, like really like change it up a little bit. Like Friday would always be like that set, and then like Monday would be, so like Friday would be the more like, you throw everything into your QB, it's a little bit easier, and then like Monday's more of like the evenness of it, since like Monday started high at like 2.5 mil, but then it goes it's going to end up going down anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I might be changing that up coming up soon. Just again, things I think about week over week. But for now, 4% min, 20% max. I think that's closer to what Cullens wanted to set up. I don't remember. I think that was his. Initial idea. Who's paying attention? Dang, he won again. It's because I reset. What was I thinking? All right, we'll do packs. I'll give you a pack or two this time. What do you think? San 3Z, bang. Here we go. Let's see if you get any red ones. As Bake would say, the red ones? Always me. Hashtag always me. True. But anyway, for this week, we're going to stick with 4% min, 20% max. I think I did change it up a little bit on Sunday. So, this game set, usual stuff. We have unlimited. We have 350K capped and blackout. And yeah, so where are we at? 90. So we've had a 96K and a 90. Cole, what did you score? 91? Can't remember what my initial percentages were, but 4 and 20 was close. Yeah. I think it was more. I think I had like 20 and 12, and you said like you thought the low end should be lower. So I think that's why I went to like 20 and 4 or 5 or 4, whatever it was. But anyway, we've had 290s so far. So, what are we at? Week 4, 3 weeks of changes, and we've already almost had a wipe. Steve should have wiped. Yeah, you hit 80? I thought you were at 90. Oh, okay. Well, get better, I guess. But Stevie was there. So, all right. So we've had 190 and 180 so far in 3 weeks of changes. So I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at it for sure. Saturday. We have Tennessee, Denver on Saturday. So this will be a fun one. I rolled. I don't really have a great QB option for Denver just yet. I have like a million of Bo Nix legendaries, but I haven't really built any of them yet. I should do the legendary amp. I just haven't done it yet. So I rolled Cam Ward, which I talked about like maybe rebirthing him a bunch, but I think he's like 80 something. So I don't know. At least for now, I rolled it quick. I think there's completions, but everything else looks decent. So I'm gonna go with that. I think. Oh, you want to know big baller status? You want to know the real big baller status? Hold on. This was my Sunday. This was gangsta, but like too much crap. I rebound this to Cam Ward just for Saturday. It was on Jaden Daniels, and it cost $75,000 to rebind it. But I was like, whatever. Oh God. So yeah, make them look pretty. Throw it on there. Don't you love draft, Cullens? Isn't draft cool? Love draft. God, my favorite event, draft. All August long, boys. So exciting. Love it. So anyway, that's Saturday. Your next chance at the orb. There's got to be like most people have got to have their whiteout almost done, or at least have the orb set. I feel like it was not that difficult, especially with like the month plus that you guys had. I think it was 5 weeks to get all this stuff done. So I know people are missing players and whatnot, but I don't see many people talking about orbs too much more. So seem pretty easy. Maybe next time we make them all bound, not tradable. That'd be tough. But again, I don't think we're going to do this too often. We'll see how it goes going forward. I've got a few months to find something better than draft. Nah, can't be draft. It's all about draft. All right, boys, Sunday. This is what we got going on. 3 mil Survivor. So I realized this the other day when you guys were like, oh, million's nothing anymore. You're actually right. So what I did was I tossed in a little Survivor event for this weekend, for Sunday. Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have, 1, 2:30, 4 o'clock, and 5:30. So something for you guys to follow along. A little sim event on Sunday. The usual stuff. We've done this setup just recently. But this time we're going to go 3 mil as the cap. So I had it brought up. You probably saw. So yeah, this is about what you can do, I think, with 3 mil. And did I do it a little bit differently? What does this equate to? 3 mil. Yeah, so this is what, 33. So I went 1 mil max and 150K min on this. So realistically, you can like super crush slots. Now I did AJ Brown's been nuts, so I did Hurts and AJ as like my bigs. Going Eagles as per usual, but these three, you should kind of keep it a bit even, Hurts 600K. Usually I say spend up to the max about, but at a third of the actual total that you get to use, I don't know about all that. That's a bit much. So anyway, I'm going back to the well. I'm not trying to mess around too much. Let me bring up the actual bracket in case people haven't really paid attention and checked it out so far. So this is the setup for the weekend. We got Washington, New England on the left side. Winner of that will take on the winner of Cleveland, Detroit. We also have San Fran, LA, so a rough draw there for your boys, Sant. And Seattle Chargers. I feel like Chargers have taken a bit of a dip. So I feel like this is the one if you want to predict San Fran or LA. I think a lot of people will go Stafford and LA because you got Puka, you got Devontae, and you can still stack up Kyron. But you also, Cleveland, I don't know. You got New England here, and Cleveland tends to all of a sudden get good in Sims. I don't get it. I keep trying to trust Goff, and it doesn't work. But the left side looks a little bit easier than the right side. Right side of the bracket, this week on Sunday, we're going to have KC Houston. I feel like they always end up playing or something of that in that slot. They're always like very close around each other. Atlanta, New Orleans, you have Cincy, Chicago, and again, Chicago with like the rookies and all that activity in there. That's not easy. And then Eagles, Jets. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it simple. I just went with Eagles. I'm sure I'll get bopped again. I've not been doing great in the tournaments as of late, but we're gonna see how it goes, man. I went Laporta in this slot because every time I play Gibbs, he doesn't do well, and I don't know. As far as the tight ends go in this setup, I don't know. What do we got? We got like you can go Hunter Henry, but like, are they really gonna keep winning? And are they really gonna beat Detroit? And I do feel like I've seen Laporta do a little bit better in the. You gave the Eagles a bye, sure. I feel like Laporta's done a little bit better recently in Sims, and like I haven't used him in quite a long time, mostly because in lives he's terrible. So we got to kind of do something there. But the other thing is that like I don't know, like who else do you use? Like I feel like Kittle hasn't done much. LA doesn't really use. Higby's okay, and I guess you can kind of that would be a not bad tight end like play if you kind of just want to go oppo of everybody else. But or maybe you just go with the LA stack and then you just go with Higbee. I don't know. But where else do you go at tight end, Pitts is terrible. You have Gesicki, I guess. There's just not really Kittle's kind of whatever. There's not really a great tight end. So I don't know. I'm going to just, as one of my pieces on the other side, because I like to just go one team on one side and then kind of sprinkle in a little bit on the other. I'm mostly going Eagles with Hurts, Devontae, AJ, Saquon, and the Eagles DST as per usual. And then this right side is my sprinkle ins. I'm going to go Puka and Devontae with that stack. CMC just because, like, I don't know, maybe bonuses and then at least I get something out of here, maybe I get a bonus. And I guess you never know. And if CMC moves on and LA doesn't, you're gonna have a lot of people lose cards, I feel like. So it's okay to have both of those. And maybe like Kittle with that would have been a better play. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna go, either Laporta or they're gonna go with Hunter Henry, one of those two, in the tight end slot, and then play whatever you want around it. I mean, the right side's probably like the bigger bangers. You have Cincy over here, Houston if they get through KC, even Atlanta. Like it's like, I don't know, they could be really good. Shuck's really good now with the high activity, and Kamara's awesome. So maybe Zug will probably play Kamara stack with LA and then do it that way, So anyway, we'll see how it goes. 3 million max cap lineup again. And we're at like, you'll see it in when you go to set it up. It's like 3 mil. I'm sorry, 1 mil on the high end and 150K on the low end. So you can kind of do with that what you will. I'm gonna ride Eagles, go back to the well. Hopefully they do something for me and don't get bopped. But recently they have been getting bopped, so maybe not the best. There you go. That is the Sunday Survivor contest. And yeah, that takes us to that'll take us to Monday, boyos. All right, Monday. So this will be a live show. It will be back to back to back, so I'll check in periodically with you guys. But biggest thing you got to know for Monday, 800K is the cap. Again, 4% min, 20% max. That's why I said like maybe I'll change it up, because it's like maybe we just kind of, as the games, Friday and Monday go kind of opposite each other, where it's like kind of same again. So maybe I change it up a little bit and go closer to like 10% min or like 15% min, really flatten it out on like Monday, or just open it up a little bit more, kind of like I did for Sunday. So but on Monday we're gonna have Jacksonville, Indy, and again, these are live games. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, and Miami, Buffalo. So probably a lot of Miami, Buffalo, a bunch of BTJ mixed in, maybe a little bit of Travis Hunter. You guys will still have DK, who is good for, a 40 to 60 yard catch at least once if Mason Rudolph can get it out. Who knows what's going on with Tampa Bay? And then it's on you guys to choose, who you want out of Tua and Joshy. Every time I play Joshy, he stinks. Every time I don't, he's the man. So we'll see how it goes. All right, typical unlimited as well. Again, 800K capped on Monday. And blackout, and that will finish off the week. All right. So how we doing? Play Eagles. Got it. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm going with. So, but I mean, look, if you don't think like you can beat like the Zugs and the people like that if you play the same cards, I don't know, man. There's so many cool ways that you can go instead, Like, dude, somebody could go out and do the New England stack, because New England just seems to be in the final every time, You could go Drake May, Hunter Henry, Diggs, and, the running backs. I don't know, both. Henderson, whatever you want. It's sim, right? And then you could do like that in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta has a great chance to move through. They have some awesome players, You get Bijan, Drake London's been awesome. We saw that the other day in Sims. You could do, I don't know. I mean, there's so many good teams in this. Realistically, like it's changing. All the same teams that are good and move on typically just kind of aren't really doing it. I mean, we've seen Cleveland pull upsets. New England's an upset every week. Detroit doesn't seem to be that good. I can't quit them. I'm gonna throw Laporta in, but yeah, I don't know. And they could go and win it. I just feel like it's always like New England or the Eagles are, Cincy, Eagles, and LA are going to be the super like popular teams. But if you don't have the cards, build something else, build a Houston team, build an Atlanta stack, build a New Orleans stack, on one side, and throw the Rams skill guys on the other side, If you have like a Shuck, which you can play in this, which would be interesting. If you pulled like a legendary Shuck, that'd be a really cool one. Do that. Do Kamara. You're going to get a lot of people who are going to be on Bijan, so avoid that. That'd be a cool way to play it. And yeah, you never know, man. If you don't have the OP cards, you want to kind of go against the grain a little bit. So think outside the box. What are people going to do? Jets could be cool. Chicago's a great pick. I mean, Chicago could easily beat Cincy with the players they have, all the activity they have. And then, Eagles can be beat too. We've seen it. Chicago could definitely come out of the right side. You still have Swift, who's awesome. You have all the activity from the pass catchers. Yeah, you got QB as well. So could be good there. So yeah, man, bunch of different ways to play it. So anyway, Dots, how about 5K? How about it? Enjoy, Mr. Dots. All right, boys and girls. So let me give you guys a quick, not a preview, but a quick overview of what we got in just recently and how it looks on your end over here on the website, as opposed to on my end in the background over here on the right. So it's been a minute. We've been asking for this for a while, but we finally have it. You guys can check out depths on the website. So why this wasn't, something we did before or quicker or we've had it for a while, I don't know. It seems like something we've known for a long time that we've needed, and it's really going to be nice. So basically, and I'll give you a quick rundown on how everything works also with this, and not only what it shows, but like what this all means. So if you see guys on this list, they are in packs, okay? Unless they are injured, okay? So the only way that a guy is not in packs is if they are injured, disabled, or if the pack has like an overall minimum rating and whatnot on it, right? So over on my side, I have overalls and things that I like to balance out depending on how guys are playing, how they should be, whatever. You guys don't see all that. It's not really important for you guys. More important is activity for you guys, okay? So whereas you don't really know exactly who are in packs, I guess. For the most part, the way in which it works is if a guy is a starter, even up to like the 4th wide receiver, I kind of pick and choose with those guys. But for the most part, the top 3 wide receivers and any player with a depth or a rookie, for the most part, as a starter, are in like the bigger packs, right? The Super Unlimited, the Whiteout Unlimited, and then it gets a little worse for Legendary Unlimited, and then like it's more broad for like an Epic Unlimited pack, okay? When we get to things like Holiday and things like that, I also do have like an overall in there as well. But it has changed a little bit because now the gear has overall on it. That's why like sometimes I'm pushing gear out in packs to people, and I'm like, why is every piece an event piece? And it's because of that, because the overalls end up like, I don't know, I gotta mess with that. So anyway, the best thing to know is if you see guys over here on the list, they are most likely in the packs you're opening, especially just the basic coin packs and things like that. And then on top of that, what's nice now is you guys can go and you can just see at a glance for the current week what you are working with as far as who the starters are, who the backups are, the actual depths of the players, and then you can also see what has changed, right? So that was the whole idea of this, is we wanted to give you guys a list of like what did actually change week to week, but like it started to make sense that like what was the point, right? If you don't have anything to compare it to and an easy way to see like the entire thing, well, yeah, like it's nice to know who just got sent to be just a backup or who is in the game and in as a starter. But the way to really understand is to be able to see the entire thing. So now you can go in, you can see every team, what their depths are. You can see how many teams are on each of the rosters in general. And then you can see where the actual changes happen week to week. Okay. So something like this, right? Cam Scatterboot gets put in as the 3rd down back in Madden for this week. I don't believe, are they live or are they a sim team? I don't remember. I'm going to guess they're sim. Yeah. So they're Thursday sim. So what does this mean? Cam Scatterboot now as a starter, okay, go check out his activity now. It's going to be lower for sure than Tyron Tracy's because he's been better in the game for a bit, and he's been on that high-end level. Remember, when we redid activity and all that and kind of boosted the way it affected players, I pushed a lot of the running backs to like 99 just because it didn't matter, right? Even the worst running, like we want them to do something in Sims. Now, whether that was a Band-Aid or not, probably, but end of the day, you got to remember a couple things, right? We're looking at sims. You're trying to predict a sim. Activity is what matters. Well, what goes into that? You got to know who the inserts are, who all the holiday, who all the event players are, because they are going to get the initial boost. And you also need to know where they came from, okay? Rookies, the rookie flag and the boost from rookie flag has been taken away. So what does that mean? All right, you go look at a Cam Scadaboo. His activity is still like a 60 or a 65. So he's not going to be that good in the game just yet. Whereas before he would be a 99, they'd be broken just because he was a running back. We couldn't really put him in as a split starter with Tracy because it would just kind of break everything. Well, now it's not really the case. Now it does break Tracy a little bit because you do have Scadaboo in as like a 60 overall activity, and then, you know, he's going to take away a little bit in sims, but for the most part, Tyrone Tracy is better. It's going to be between him. It's going to be neighbors, guys like that who are, you know, going to get the brunt of the work in sim. And again, you're going to have a lot of variation just due to, you know, chance in the way everything works. Okay, so not only will you be able to see all of the depths, you'll be able to see the actual changes highlighted. Scadaboo went from backup to starter, so that's cool. And he also went from and he also got third down running back depth. Okay, Tracy, he's still a starter, but he lost the third down depth, and now he's just the lead in the goal line. Right, in Madden, the way it typically works, if you're the lead back, you're going to get 80% of the work no matter what. You're going to see Tracy still doing third down back stuff, or maybe not doing third down but in shotgun formation, where Scadaboo might only be in if they're like in shotgun on third. I don't know, and it seems to change anyway. You could see Tracy do goal line, you can see Scadaboo do goal line. It's all just kind of up to the way Madden wants to do things, and the way the code is there. But for our purposes, that's how it's going to work for us. Everything you see here is basically how I have them listed in Madden. And do not forget, these changes here, they're only going to be highlighted the week the change happens, okay? So what you see here is this is the depths for this current week, so week 4. So maybe this should say it at the top. Maybe it should just say week 4 somewhere up here, just so you kind of understand that. And then if I go over here and I change something over here for like the global and what I'm doing for the week and kind of working on players, it won't affect this unless I go in and I wipe the depth. But, you know, this is the way that it should work for the entire week. Okay, this is what we play with. Now, I think if I make James Conner a bench player and Trey Benson a starter, it's not going to affect this, but I think it will affect missions. So I think that is technically different. That's why when I'm editing depths before the weeks, you know, before I push anything or set the rosters for the week, you will see the players swap it in and out as, you know, as I'm kind of doing it in real time. Okay, now get rid of split backfields. It's getting annoying. Just, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, I know who, but like, end of the day, like, I'm going to keep it as, you know, close in some way to real life as I can. It's the fairest way. I can't do it any other way. If, you know, Scadaboo's projected as a third down back because Tyrone Tracy wasn't that good, even though the guy was a wide receiver coming out of college, well, then I'm going to stick him in. It's going to split the backfield a little bit, but it is the way it is. I can't tell Sant, who just pulled a Scadaboo whiteout or whatever, or traded for one, oh, I'm sorry, people only want 3 down back, so you don't get to level him up. It's just kind of, you know, the double-edged sword that we deal with. And I'm mostly being, you know, LOL and messing with you, but, you know, you guys can't stop yelling about it, screaming about it, but I'm just giving you, this is the honest truth. Like, I can make decisions on certain, you know, I have Jameson over Russell Wilson. Maybe that screws some people. Sure. But, you know, end of the day, we don't know that for sure. You know, sometimes I got to make a call, but other times I can't keep these guys out because they need to be in because of things like whiteouts and, you know, the value of the cards and everything that we have into the game. It's impossible. We're never going to go to like just true 3 down backs. It's just not going to be it. So anyway, I appreciate your concern. That's not really concern. It's more of a jab at me as always, but I'm sticking steadfast. It is the way it is, man. I wish Madden would be better and it would let us, you know, do subs better, but it really just doesn't. So, There you go. Caleb Johnson, Scatterboo, both of those rookies are in. You could see them right here. Both are starters. And what's nice is Caleb Johnson gets the lead role, okay, over Jalen Warren. That's what I saw on our lads. That's what it seems to be as far as what they're planning on doing in Pittsburgh and what all the reports are. So we're going to go with it. Jalen Warren's going to move the third down back in game. Caleb Johnson's going to get the lead and the goal line. And Cordero, I don't know why I still had him kick return, punt return, or eligible. I just, made him a backup, even though I think he already was. So there you go. So this stuff will show for this week. As of next week, I'm sure these won't change. So we won't have too much of this always, but I felt like this was a much better way to do it so you guys can really see and understand everything that's going on. Instead of just going, hey, here's a list of all the changes that happened this week, but you really don't know who's in what slot unless you go to the stats and player page. Like, this makes so much more sense. All right. So there you go. And I'm sure there's going to be guys here who are backups who are not on the team or whatever. Yeah, I'll clean those up as we go. But yeah, 90% rule as always. This will help during season with injuries. Yeah, big time, man. Big time. So there you go. That's the biggest update we've had here in a bit. And again, if you want to find that page, it's under stats, it's under depths right here. I'm working on him to get like a pop-up, like it should be. Again, his excuses are just like, oh, but there's going to be like 15 changes a week, whatever. It's like, you don't really get it. Like, that's not how it works. We don't have that many. It's just kind of like a big fluid time at the moment, or like in the moment right now. But then like also like, yeah, it's important that people know. Like right now, if midweek I decided, oh crap, I forgot Judy's not the number one in Cleveland anymore, and I change it, and or somebody, say, I don't know, pick a wide receiver who could be on the move. I don't know. T. Higgins actually left and right now went to Cleveland. I could go in and put T. Higgins on Cleveland for this week's stuff. I could go in, set it in, in his profile in the background. I could go wipe it, and then all of a sudden it would show up here. But if you've already looked for the week and there's no pop-up, then like, how would you know, right? And so that's my point, John, is like, just listen to me. Like, that's important. Like, I should be able to, I know that like nothing's out just yet. You know what? Let me get the change. Everyone's excited about it. Let me get it in. Boom. You see, even though I saw it already and it wiped. Oh, cool. There's another pop-up. Oh, what is it? Oh, he got him there already. So like, you'll know exactly when things happen and you'll be able to reference it at any point during the week. You know what I mean? So there you go. But yeah, he did a good job putting this together. And it's 99.99% great and ready to rip. You just need it just needs to be like a little, like, I don't know, highlight this or something. It doesn't even have to be like the amount of, I don't care. Just give me a little exclamation point just to know that a different change since you've seen it last. Like, it shouldn't be, oh, that's a lot more involved. Okay, like, that's the difference between really good and perfect. Like, let's do perfect. Let's do perfect for once. So, there you go. All right, so I'll continue. We'll continue to fight and try to get it ripping for you guys. All right? So, there you go. Where are we at? We are 11 days, 8 hours, 21 minutes from the end of the rookie draft season. We have, can't believe we're already talking about, like, what is it now? This means next Wednesday, we will be rolling for the birthday insert set already and getting ready for these cards to go out of packs, which is crazy. Next Tuesday, we will have the final pop-up. The final for the Hex event will be on Monday, June 2nd. I'm thinking what we'll do for that week is probably, at best, we'll do a, maybe what we'll do is I don't know. I would like to do a survivor event, not a survivor, an eliminator on that Monday. We haven't had an eliminator in a bit. I'll be working on the conversion over to the first holiday of the year, again, which is birthday. And so keep your eyes peeled for that. Again, if you guys have won a contest during this event that has the little footballs on it, you guys will gain entry into the final to win this card right here, which looks like this bad boy right here. And then this will probably be, oh, wait, this is the first one of the year. Schmuck. Well, it's fine. It's still I don't know. I might switch it up and make like the season 11 version of this card different. Not just that, like make it different-ish in some way. We shall see. Yeah, so I reserve that right. I'll let you guys know by the time we start the final. Again, on Monday, June 2nd. All right, so again, you guys have 11 days left and change to get all this stuff done. Get all your trade ups and all that good stuff done. Collect your players, and yeah, man, it's all in there. I'm excited, happy that we can do all this automatically. It's so nice. The fact that like I've gone through this, like think about it, right? When was the last time I did a trade? I didn't do any trade ups, nothing. I didn't have to do anything. How nice is that, man? How awesome has this been, man? Got that DST piece right in there, which freed up. I had like a 93% wide receiver piece. Yeah, I think, right? Yeah, I had 2 Jacksonville wide receiver pieces. I think they're both tradable too. No, I have one on, and the other one I was going to trade in, but now I don't have to. And it's a tradable piece, so 93% wide receiver head already on Jacksonville. That's, I guess, semi-available. And yeah, I have a nice DST piece in there. So DST piece, I thought I had another one. I think I do. Wait. DST here, 93%. I don't know. Maybe I keep it. Maybe I don't. As of right now, I have a 78% running back tradable piece in there. So we shall see. But I can do this. I'm just trying to be smart and wait. You know what I mean? Gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta give it time, boys. And yeah, even this, I have one left, and like I'm waiting for duplicates. Like I could do Amarian. Are they both 87? Like I could do this. RJ Harvey. But like, there's Travion I could do. Scattaboo Blackout, LOL. Yeah, like I need like one more running back because I don't want to burn my Caleb Johnson. I don't want to burn my RJ Harvey. You know what I mean? So at least want to keep one of each. But the other thing is like I don't really like gotta wait anyway because dude, Amarian Hampton, a nice purple for XP, that ain't easy to get this year, you know? So maybe we don't trade him in. But as of right now, I got Higgins, Royals, Colston. I have a bunch of them. Already have him in Super, so I'm not going to need it. Jackson Dart. So I got some stuff. Just trying to figure out the best way to mark stuff as I go. Like, okay, guaranteed, or this is my best one in the list to trade in. I have a lot of those pieces. Heads, not so much. A lot of those. Yeah, I got a lot, period. Not a lot. Wow, one accessory for this year, huh? Interesting. So, anyway. So there you boys go. All right. All right, so I'll be back Friday, and we'll be here. Dump Truck Homer, what up?
The Dumper.
Is that how we do it? Lar, the dumper hit a bomb. I heard you. Her favorite play, she hates when I say it. The dumper. Except when I say it and she's walking upstairs to go to bed, she stops and starts doing this funny dance. She's hilarious. All right, boys. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Yeah, man. I'll see everybody on Friday. Let's do one more. Cullens. Oh. Hag, I can't leave you out. Everybody was here hanging. Cullens and Hag. I'll give you guys both. No, you're getting packs. You're getting packs. Cullens. Wait. Where are we at? Here? Woo! Why do you own all of them? That's so rude. Hag. Alright, that's it. Oh, now we get on the list. Nah, bros. Sorry, I love you guys, but Alex like, sir, it's okay. You gave me enough the other day. All right, I'm out of here. I love you guys. FantasyTheShow.com. Fill them out, boys. See you Friday. Peace.